time to explore Cozumel, Mexico. I came here as a destination for a cruise, and so we stopped here in Cozumel, and so this was my first time coming to Cozumel. I have been to Mexico quite a few times, so pretty cool. I was excited to tour Cozumel, and this particular trip I decided to join a group of people that was from our cruise, and we kind of made our own excursion, as you will. We didn't purchase an excursion from the cruise ship. One of my friends did, and he did the Tulum experience, and I'll get to that later in this video. But for now, we decided to tour the port of Cozumel here, and there's a lot of all kinds of different shops and things that you can do, lots of places that you can eat, you can just hang out, and very close to the port there with the ships in the background. There's a nice Cozumel sign, you can take pictures. A lot of cruise ships were here at the same time as us, and in the port there's a nice little garden area with fountains and stuff. Pretty cool just to kind of look at, take some pictures, and some more Cozumel signs. And then as you leave the port, you can walk around down the streets, and just lots of murals, a lot of cool paintings. I was very impressed with that. But the highlight for me was there was a guy right by the 7-Eleven that had a lemur, and I had never seen a lemur this close before, and it was really cool. You could pay $10 and you could hold the lemur as he fed the lemur grapes. And so I was able to do that after my friend Christina, and it was just an amazing experience. I really love animals. The lemur was so cool. His fur was nice and soft, and just a cute little guy. So I was really excited and happy to be able to hold the lemur. If you watch some of my other videos, like in Belize, I was able to hold a sloth, and just some of the highlights of my trip. And this was the highlight of Cozumel for me, was holding the lemur, and just a really neat experience. If you ever get to do this, I recommend you do it. So if you go to Cozumel, you might see a guy holding a lemur. And then there is a big Cozumel sign right in front of a platform with a temple on top, and some of my friends did a little dancing right there in the courtyard. And a really cool thing about this little courtyard area is they have these aerial artists, and the aerial artists, they climb up this long pole, and then what they do is they just start spinning, and they like wind up these ropes, and then they unwind and go the other way and just kind of hang. A very interesting experience to see them do that. There's no safety nets down below. Pretty dangerous, I think. And the wind was kind of blowing them back and forth, but that was really cool to see. And other critters that we saw, just a random lizard just chilling on a log, nice little iguana. And then there's some other like sculptures and things that you can see along the road. So just this excursion that we made up ourselves was just to walk along and take pictures of specific landmarks in Cozumel. And they're mostly just along the road, along the ocean there. And just a fun experience. And after doing that, there was this shipwreck that was all painted, and it was a neat little mural on a shipwreck. Really cool painting. So that was really cool to see. So I just love the art that you get to see walking along this area. Something that you would not see if you just went on a normal excursion somewhere inland or across a bay over to Tulum. And just a really cool area. And then here's this little area. It's kind of like a fingers or coral, a homemade coral, and they have little signs that you can take a look at. Kind of a neat little sculpture. And then after this, we found a lady who was feeding pigeons. And then I sat next to her, and she gave me a little bit of bird seed, and I fed the pigeons as well, and then I gave her a tip, of course. she wanted to make sure that I gave her a tip if she was going to give me any of that birdseed. And then we had some lunch, and these local tacos were so good, way better than things that you can get in the States. Really good. And then cool little lighthouse that we saw, the Navy building. It was kind of neat to see. And then this was on the way back as we were walking back to the cruise ships. Again, different murals on the buildings. Not a lot of graffiti, just really cool murals. So I really like that about this city. Not a ton of like nasty looking graffiti or like gang graffiti. And then a cool lighthouse. I really enjoy lighthouses. That was a really cool one to see. And then we were back at the port. Bunch of cruise ships in port that day. And then my friend, since I wasn't able to do this, it was the same time as ours excursion, he was going to go to Tulum.
Okay, so here we are on the ferry boat, and it's pretty wild, man. We're getting tossed around out here. It's a real nice boat, though. Air conditioned, luxury seats. Oh, holy cow. The video footage of this doesn't do it any justice. Okay, so update. It's getting worse. And oh my gosh. Oh baby. So this is our boat, and it's getting tossed around pretty good. Getting off of it was fun. It was a 45-minute very wild ride. You look at the waves coming in on the shore. They're pretty good. The camera doesn't do it justice, though. I mean, that boat was a wild ride.
And Tulum is just this ancient Mayan city that's right there on the Gulf. I kind of wish I was able to go on this trip, so next time I go back to Cozumel, I'm definitely going to book this excursion. Or I could just go to Tulum or Cancun. You can get to Tulum from Cancun too, I believe.
Watch your head when you walk through. Wait for me behind, please.
So it was really cool to see these structures and ruins. They were quite a bit different looking than the ones in Chocchoban that I showcased in my Costa Maya video. So if you do like ancient ruins, I recommend doing the Chocchoban tour in Costa Maya, and then also coming to Tulum and doing that excursion where you get to see a lot more intact castles, and you get to see intact temples and things like that. Over in Chocchoban, it's mostly just platforms. And the views here are just absolutely incredible, as you see here from the video. And I'm sure the video doesn't do it justice of being there in person, as my friend told me. So I am grateful that he was able to go on this and give me some footage to showcase. And now I just need to go there.
Oh wow, he was right about this view. The weather is really nice out here. It's breezy and cool. The walking paths are nice and clear. There's not too many tourists here, but it is a very nice day.
So there you go. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Some things that you can do while in Cozumel. You can tour just the city, walk along the ocean, and there's some things inland that you can do that are all really close to the port. Or you can take a shuttle boat and go across the ocean there and go to Tulum and take a look at those Mayan ruins. Take care and happy traveling, everyone.